Fuck going on, y'all? Look at the little big game. Zay Dollar was popping, everybody. I just wanted to do this real quick. Bang. You know who that man is? That's Yo Gotti. So I ain't even know when Gucci Mane went to jail, he smashed that Cure Dior chick. Yo, let me tell you the illest story in Nebraska, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on. Boom. Look at that view real quick, y'all. Gorgeous. Look at that beautiful shit. That shit be changing all the time. Alright, yo. So yesterday, I hit up my neighbor. We go, take that little ride. First of all, I thought we was going to like a dispensary, right? I'm not telling y'all where it is. Psst. I'm gonna just say the shit is in it's past Apple Valley, let's just say. It's all the way. It's Victoria Gardens, let's say. We went, whatever. So we driving, I get to the Spizzy, and we get out, we go to, first of all, it's a crib. We go to the crib, and lo and behold, I was born and raised in East New York, right? 470 Blake Avenue, where my grandfather lived for like 50 years, whatever, 60 years. I stayed there until, my step-pops, came through and moved us to Jersey, then 311 Court Street, Brooklyn, New York. But long story short, I go, he like, yo, where you from in New York? I go, downtown Fulton, between Gowanus and Red Hook. And then I'm in Bay Ridge. He's like, oh, I know Bay Ridge. That's a nice neighborhood. I'm like, yeah, my mom's is out there trying to retire. Tranquilo, you know what I'm saying? And then I go, yo, but I was born and raised in East New York. He go, East New York? I go, yo, across the street was 392. He was like, that's a school I went. Yo, how small of a fucking world that is. But long story short, you walk into this house and you see just buckets. Boom. Fire, names, fire. My man hit me with a pre-roll, an edible, and then I caught some gumbo. But he let me take a hit of, he goes, yo, California's gonna welcome you. Caffeinated fishing in the fucking building. Yeah, caffeinated. Yeah, you be working hard, B. You be working mad hard, caffeinated. You heard? You be really doing your shit, man, because you only come in when you free, basically. But I appreciate you, man. What up, caffeinated? Yo, look at my videos. I had a joint talking about fishing, and I brought you up, like caffeinated fishing, one of my you know what I'm saying? But I was talking that fishing talk, you know what I mean? Like how, you have various ways of fishing. You could put a minnow or a worm. They got various worms too. You ever seen the worm that bite? There's a worm that has like little teeth that come out. Very weird worm. But yeah, you got, various ways of fishing, like I said. Yo, there's even ways where you don't even put bait on, and this shit just... Yo, Jace Bryan back in the building. What up? Hi, y'all. Yo, how we doing? Yo, just for y'all, I'm about to... Let me finish the story, though. So I get to this crib, and there's just mad bud. So, being New York, we love gumbo. I go, give me the gumbo. But he goes, yo, California want to welcome you, New York, to some real weed. Take a hit. Yo, bro, I have basketball in a minute, but I'm here. Cap, yo, you always grinding, Cap. Yo, I hope you win. You know what I'm saying? Good luck on your basketball game. What position you play, Cap? Point guard, shooting guard, power forward. How big is you? Pause. What up, everybody? How y'all doing? Hope everybody doing good. Zay Dollar Random. We in the fucking building. About to light this joint. But I want to tell you about the story. How I got the joint. Boot up, yo. How y'all doing? What position, Calf? Like I said, good luck on that game. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you popping in. What up, everybody? How y'all doing? Got the Joel Santana outside. You got a job, man? Hell no, man. So I'm from New York, Brooklyn. I just moved here 4 months. I've been here. I put out applications, doing the best I can. But yeah, I know motherfuckers been here years, still don't got a job. So give me some time. I'm gonna definitely get a job, I promise you. But literally, I just moved here, on guard. But yeah, man, I have a basketball game too. Get out of here. What the hell? On a Saturday, y'all got games? That's what's up. Hell yeah, keep grinding then. I appreciate you, Bob. Bob in the fucking building giving me the good vibes. Good morning, Your Majesty. How you doing? Good morning, good morning. How you doing? Blessed. Welcome to Randoms, $8. This is my channel. I hope everybody living, doing good. Yo, love the chain gang. I got you, Crank. We outside. Jesucristo. You always gotta have faith, you know what I mean? But what up, everybody? Yeah, I gotta go, but thank you. Yo, Caffeinated, have a good one. I appreciate you always, man. Have a great game, and let me know if you win or not, you know what I'm saying? Yo, I tried to do my eyebrows. I fucked them up, y'all. Look at my shit. It's a little janky Yankee. Janky Yankee! Ew, I really messed up my eyebrows, huh? What up, Crank? How y'all doing? I hope everybody doing good. But yo, so I go into this crib. It's a regular crib. And they just have bud everywhere. But they give me a hit of some shit called fire breath. Let me tell you, first of all, it's a bong. So and he goes, yo, don't finish the cloud, finish the juice, right? Like, you can't let that, so. Yo, let me tell you, you ever been so high you can't drive? I couldn't drive. I had my mans drive the whip back to the crib. I was gone. Mustache, eyebrows. I know, I got some thick eyebrows. But yeah, man, look, I try to, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, I'll fix them again. It don't matter, right? It don't matter. But oh yeah, bro. What up, Crank? What up, what's that? The Real Spaz God. What up, The Real Spaz God? Yo, what up, Your Majesty? I hope everybody chilling. Sit down, relax. You a G, bro. Yo, I appreciate you. You a G too. Yo, here. Everybody getting news. Rowdy in the building. What up, Rowdy? I hope everybody doing good. We living. Thumbs up. If you rock with me, I rock with you. Subscribe to me, I subscribe to you. You know how that slogan go. Peep the gang. You know what I'm saying? I got the Brooklyn tat right here. This is supposed to be a train, the R train. Boom, boom. But yeah, man. Brooklyn, New York. Made it all the way to Cali. And I'm just lamping, you know what I'm saying? Chilling. Getting my coffee on. Yeah! Get that cafe city. Yo, let me tell you, coffee is also a good way to, you know, get the little stomach going, get that morning poopy going, you know what I'm saying? Yo, we gotta talk more like, yo, what would you do if I subscribe to you? Subscribe to you. And then I start looking at your, you know, I always said that. If we all, like, supported each other, we all gonna monetize, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's exactly what I do. I subscribe to you. Ask everybody that rocks with the kid. I do the same shit. God bless you, Rowdy. I appreciate you. But yeah, get your coffee on. Do you put, you know, creamer? You got a lot of sugar in there. You know what I'm saying? Got the little stir right. Ooh, Cafe City. 67676. Ah! I appreciate you, Jace Bryant, in the building. Thumbs up, showing me love and support. You get this heart. Bang, nigga. 6, 7. In fact, you won't get the bells. Look at the bells. You got the bells in the AM. What time is it where y'all at? It's 9 a.m. where I'm at right now. 9:04 to be exact. But I appreciate you, Jace, Your Majesty, Rowdy, everybody in the building. We about to light this up. So, yo, I take that hit, can't drive, my man drives back, I get to the crib, I swear I had an out-of-body experience. I don't know what was in that weed, but I was gone. You know what I mean? But let's see how this pre-roll is. This is Juicy Lucy. It's 12:04, 12, 9, 10, 11, 12. So you on the East Coast, right? Like I said, I was from Brooklyn, New York, so it was always 12 o'clock when I was on that side. You probably Jersey, right? You somewhere Florida, maybe, VA, South Carolinas, but you on that side. 10:05, wow, so you Midland. You probably like Texas or some shit. Where y'all from, man? Right now, like I said, I'm Cali, man. Yo, mind you, I'm starting my shit. I'm gonna get a better laptop. I'm gonna get a better setup. Right now, look how beautiful it is behind me, though, y'all. I'm not lying. That shit is gorgeous. I have a thing for clouds, y'all. If you look at my channel, I love clouds. I love the sky. I love nature. There's something about nature, right? When you're in the woods, you feel like you're supposed to be here. You know what I mean? Not in a fucking box. Whatever. This shit is outrageous. But what up, everybody? I wanted to talk about, Pooh Shiesty, Gucci Mane. I didn't even know Pooh Shiesty, his cousin was that scar nigga that died, that overdosed and shit like that. You see it, like, we neighbors kind of. I'm in Utah in the building. A lot of Mormons out there. You know what I'm saying? A lot of island folk. You know what I'm saying? I dig Utah. Utah's a great place if you want to succeed. You know what I mean? It's not what you know, it's who you know. But Utah is a beautiful landscape. I would, love to go there. Haven't been, I've been around though, Chicago, New Orleans, various places. But you know what's cool? The Colorado River, there's a point in where I'm at where you could go to like, it's like Arizona's across the street and then you're in Cali, but the river runs right through. It's fucking gorgeous. I got videos on my joint, like I said. But shout out to Utah in the fucking building. What up, Majesty? I hope you're doing good. Brian, I hope everybody chilling, you know what I'm saying? But let me talk my shit random. Yo, what's going on, man? Why I gotta be hearing weird shit like with... Y'all saw that Corey Holcomb going at Antoine Daniels and shit? Some corny ass shit. Old men fighting like that. My people, same here. Yo, you know what's wild? Check this out. I always wanted to know, at what age do you grow up? Like, what age you're not showing your ass or acting like you're like, you know what I'm saying? What age? Because I know I may look young. I'm 43, you know what I mean? But I kind of try to act my age, though. Yes, I dress the way I like because this is the way I like. You know what I'm saying? But mind you, this sweater was $15 in Macy's. It don't say Louis. It don't say nothing, in fact. It's just a cheap sweater. I don't care what I wear. It's just how I throw it together looks good. You know what I mean? Look. With the Valabasas. You know what I mean? With the blue. But what up, everybody? I hope everybody doing good. But yeah, what age do you stop motherfucking beefing or acting like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we got to start teaching the youth that it's not cool to be doing what we doing. I used to love when older folk used to dress in, but they fucked it up. Like, to dress like that, it costs a lot of money, like the suits and the turtlenecks and all that cool shit, like the daddy clothes. But do you have a car? Yes, I do. A Toyota Corolla. It's a hybrid. It's parked up right now. But yeah, man, I'm just living, doing the best I can. Like I said, I was going to talk about Yo Gotti. I didn't even know that when Gucci went to jail, he, had intercourse with the nigga wife and shit, or his girl. Just wild shit. Your fit is tight. I'm 48, but it depends on the person if they want to grow up. Yeah, and yo, there's also something about time. Like, you know how, like, we say we're this age and whatever, but like we look, like, I feel like time is distorted a little bit. Like, I always say that, like, why are people looking so much younger? You know what I mean? I know we take care of ourselves, but look, watch me throw the filter on. Look how handsome. Watch, check this out. Boom. Wow. Glorious, Florious, Aureus, Morius. Filter off. Back to Zay Dizzle. Yo, you saw that other countries are trying to ban filters because men are like getting tricked. Yo, let me tell you this case. This is the illest story. Please sit and watch, listen. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all support. Do you play games? Yes, I do. I love games, by the way. Board games, video games. You know what I mean? Right now, Rummy 500, you know what I'm saying? If you want to play card games. If you wish to choose, I'll go Monopoly. Those of us in our 40s are killing it, in my opinion. Yo, that's a fag, Majesty. We look into, yo, and that's the hate. That's the jealousy. Because they're like, what are y'all doing? It's like, we're not doing all that makeup shit, number one. We're not doing drink water. Make sure you don't stress yourself out too much. These kids nowadays are so emotional. They get like, they think the world's over. It didn't even begin for half of them. You know what I mean? Like, we was never like that. 80s, 70s babies, we was never like that. And yo, they are so jealous that we grew up in the last time of like life where you could ride your bicycle with your friends. You had to call, your house phone to talk to a girl like, hello. And then the dad would pick up, yeah, who this? Can I speak to Jennifer or something? You know what I'm saying? Can I speak to so and so? No, she don't live here. Then you call back. The mom is, the mom was always nicer. Sorry, here, like. But yeah, man, we grew up in a great time. There was something magical about imagination. That's another thing we had, imagination. You know what I mean? We didn't have the graphics and the cool shit. Yeah, we had it so good. Like, and I would never say we didn't. Like, I'm one to be like, yo, shout out the 80s, man. Shout out the 70s. Because, first of all, when you saw your mom cooking or you saw your mom dancing in the living room, the music they even had, it wasn't telling them to divorce, shake the ass, twerk. It was like, stay with your man, love each other. You know what I'm saying? We had like, party like in 1999. Woo! Purple Rain and MJ. Woo! Like, yo, we had music. We had the Reign of Temptations and the 5-man groups like like everybody doing their own sync like boom 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 boom. We had Breakfast Club. Dun, hey, 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 hey. Ooh, don't you forget about me. Don't you. What, nigga? When I was younger, listening to moms like Be Happy, everybody was smiling. Your neighbor was your neighbor. You knew their name. You knew the kids. If something happened, yeah, Breakfast Club was fucking crazy. Goonies. And people don't get it. These movies had soundtracks that we would buy because the list was nasty. Dirty Dancing, Ghost, Back to the Future, Breakfast Club, When Harry Met Sally, fucking, these soundtracks were, even Friday like had a dope little soundtrack, but nothing like motherfucking Dirty Dancing and woo, my Jeezys. Shout out to the kids that are like, there's a group of kids nowadays that are like trying to do nostalgia shit and they buying vinyl players, they buying CD players, they buying TVs, old joints. First of all, our shits didn't break. They were dependable. And it's nothing like, first of all, I also heard that the audio from vinyl music will always be the best audio key for like hearing. So we had some shit, y'all. Look, I gotta fucking fix my whole John up. Don't you forget about me. But yeah, man, even our movies were fire. Even our cartoons. Waking up on Saturday, it wasn't waking up to the iPad or video games. Nope. You had Ninja Turtles, Care Bears, fucking Full House. Not even Full House. That was later on. But you had like Punky Brewster. We had some shit. The Care Bears, like I said, G.I. Joe. You know what I'm saying? And it was like a mixed wash, meaning like they had, what up, Jace? How you doing, Ma? How you doing, bro? What up, Bryant? Hope everybody cartoons and cereal was it. Waking up, grabbing your fucking Fruity Pebbles or whatever. It was nothing like it. And tell me, there wasn't all this diet shit. Milk was milk, First of all, soda back in the days used to have a lot of sugar in it. You know what I mean? That's how my pops got diabetes. You know what I mean? Drinking Coke with the fucking Hershey bar. Twinkies used to be like fucking diabolical. But yeah, man, there was some shit going on, you know what I mean? In the 80s, 90s that like made us who we are. You know what I mean? Like, we're not soft. We're not emotional. We're very logical creatures, right? Life was simple and easy back then. And it's funny because we always say simple, but it wasn't, but it's just that we made it look good, like as a culture, because there was still crime, there was still, poor, there was still, in fact, my era, you would see crack vials all over the floor. Like, I would pick them shits up and play with them like toys because they had different tops. You know what I mean? So it was a lot of shit going on. If you really remember, like, because, you know, your memory always horns on the, you know, the good memories. But there was a lot of stuff going on. You know what I mean? Like a lot of killings. You know, we had serial killers walking around this earth. And back then, technology wasn't where it was. So these, you know, you would commit a crime and you could walk the streets for fucking ever almost. You know what I mean? Payphones. Y'all don't know nothing about payphones. Having somebody call that payphone back. Yo, don't. It's my man's. Yo, what up? How you doing? Yeah, we outside. Yeah. You know what I mean? But like, yeah, there was a simplicity with it. You know what I mean? There really was, like that VHS, and then rewinding it to bring back the Blockbuster. In fact, Blockbuster wasn't even. Yo, we used to have real, fucking like real, you know, like video stores. And you would go, they will always have a sign, please rewind, you know what I mean? It was like fucking $2 to rent the tape and then bring it back the next day. Like, yo, shit was so, and a lot of people be like, but shit was cheap. It wasn't cheap. It was, our dollar was strong, you know what I mean? So we was able to do shit like that, you know what I mean? But yo, we had some good times. Like, these motherfuckers are living in some shitty ass times now, man. They complain too much, you know what I mean? They don't do shit. They just, you know, complain. Be kind and rewind. That's exactly what the fuck it was, yo. I swear to God, that shit was dope. It was dope. I'm telling you, renting a Nintendo game, like what? You had to blow in the cartridge to see, like, yo, we had so many cool. And remember, there was no YouTube. A lot of these things was passed on, like, you know, like a rumor, like, yo, if you blow into the cartridge or wipe it with alcohol, it'll work. And then that shit passed, it kept passing. It's fucking dope, yo. I love it. But yeah, man, we had a fucking dope time, man. I got a lot of weed right now. And this L, I think this is motherfucking fire breath in here. That's the shit that killed me yesterday. Give me 2 seconds. But yeah, Majesty, there was, what up, Brian? Yo, there was something about just like the way, even the color. Like, you know, when they started getting, TVs were getting better, I felt like our vision got better too. Because there was like this weird orangey, like the 80s was brown and orange. Like, it was weird. It was weird. Very staticky, it felt like. But yeah, man. Waking up in the morning with your pajamas on, you know, your parents were still sleeping, so you made your own cereal and just plopped yourself in the living room because there was only 2 TVs or one, not fucking a TV in every room, you know what I mean? So it was cool as fuck. It was cool as fuck. Talk to me. But yeah, there was nothing like the motherfucking, you know, 70s, 80s. Like, even the 90s was its own. Remember, decades used to feel, from 2000 to 2010, it just felt more like economically a fucking over. But it wasn't exactly. I watched wrestling. Yo, when Hulk Hogan died, nigga. Yo, check this out. So at the time, you know, my mom's was a great mom's. She used to take me to the circus, which a lot of people don't even know. But kids, there was this thing called a circus. And they used to make these books that were huge. But in the book, it was like, it showed you what happened that, you know, in the circus. But yo, elephants, tigers, motherfucking, remember that circle where niggas would ride their motorcycle? Ring, ring, ring. And there would be a person in the middle of it, like, and then the nigga would jump on the shit. Yo, the circus was crazy. But Madison Square Garden, 1980, I want to say 6 or 7, Hulk Hogan is fighting this guy named Earthquake, right? He used to wear like a blue outfit or some shit. Just this big monstrosity, fat dude, right? Yo, Hulk Hogan picked the motherfucker up and slammed the nigga, leg drop. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo. And I was there live. My moms took me there. I was like, thank you, Mom. Like, And that's another thing. Our parents used to like to do shit with us. You know what I mean? My mom's always like the, the circus is coming around. Cause remember they used to come around, like go to different cities. Ball and Bailey. But don't like wrestling, yo. I don't know what the fuck they did to wrestling now. It's too much soap opera in it. But wrestling used to be Ultimate Warrior, Randy Savage. Yeah, like people like we used to have cool shit going on. And then it was like our parents made sure to support that system so it could go on. You know what I mean? Nowadays people like, let's cancel Target or whatever. It's like, yo, y'all wildin', you know what I'm saying? So what, they closed Target, now you don't have a Target? Like, let's grow up. But, you just gotta spend your money wisely. And I think, remember, our parents had to buy this thing called cable, right? Time Warner Vision, right? It was this one thing. It was a box, and if you wanted to pay extra for HBO Cinemax, you did so. If not, you still got a bunch of channels for free 99. You had your 2, 4, 7, 11, 9. Those were like your regular Johns, news, you know what I'm saying? WB. But we weren't like my mother didn't have her bill thing say Hulu, Netflix, all these porquerias we're wasting money on, you know what I mean? And a lot of times, yo, between work and life, a lot of folk ain't even in the crib enough to be watching shows. That's why, like, a lot of movies don't do well because, like, people can't even sit down for, like, an hour, 2 hours, let alone 3. Those motherfucking Avatar joints are, like, 3 hours. Oh, my God. We called it ColecoVision, but, yeah, Atari, right? Yo, so you get the Atari. I used to stay like in my grandfather's house in East New York all the time, right? And he had an Atari. And mind you, it's just a fucking controller with an orange button, and that's all it was, B. And I think they, I don't know. I don't want to say anything because I know my first actual console that my mother bought for me was a Nintendo, and it came with Mario Brothers, 2 controllers, the Duck Hunt, and it came with this like Olympic, like a track, like it had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, I think, or whatever. And it was this trackpad that one side is red, one side is blue. Literally, you and your cousin or brother could be playing they had like this weird track game, or they were so ahead of that's why I don't understand what happened, because where they wanted to go, remember we had a gun that was, you would buy one console, it came with 2 controllers, games, like you don't even have to buy games, like I don't know, bro. I remember that. It was fun times. And my mother has a picture, because remember, let's talk about that. Pictures, remember? You had to wave the joint. Oh shit, look at it. The Polaroid, remember? That's what I feel like these kids need to do now, because once you get a new phone, a lot of pictures go in the void. But back then you would have a photo album, and I have a picture till this day where I'm wearing like some pajamas. I turn around and in the background is me beating Mario Brothers 1. When you meet the princess and it's like I got a picture, yo. And mind you, I'm like 6, 7 years old, and I beat Mario 1. If people don't understand, there's a lot of people that could beat Elden Ring, but can't beat Mario. But you know what I'm saying? Like the games back then were you had to be technical, like jump exactly when the thing, duck exactly. That it was one of those games. But I still got the picture beating Mario Brothers 1. Shit was crazy. All the old school stuff, you can't beat it. You can't. And why? And that's the thing. Notice everything nostalgia is the only things that are selling. Marvel, DC, Batman will always do well. Legos. Let's not talk Legos. These niggas think that, just because they paying $300 for fucking Hogwarts shit. We had Legos for real. For real, for real. And I remember there was a point in my life where I was like, I'm done with Legos. And then one day I went back to Legos, but as like an adult, and I started building, like, you know, your building starts, your blueprints is different, right? Like, you went from building a little house and a door to now you're like, ooh, intricacy, mansion, boo, 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 la 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 la. Look, ma, I built the fucking, you know what I mean? Like, you just got better, you know what I mean? Yo, I used to have this thing, everybody. Thumbs up if you remember this shit. It was called an erector set. An erector set. And this shit was like mainly for boys, right? And it had a real screws, real tools, everything was metal, but it was like almost like if you wanted to do construction or, you know, engineering, but it was this thing where it wasn't Legos no more. It was like real tools that you had to use to build. And and you could like build an engine, make it really like, fucking nuts. I tried. Even painting the planes, even you know, let me tell you. I'm gonna tell you guys a story. Random, here we go. Thank you, my cousin. I don't like dropping names, but my cousin, I appreciate you. So Stranger Things, first season, first episode, the kids are playing D&D. A lot of people don't understand what that is. That's Dungeons and Dragons. And let me tell you how intricate and deep this fucking game truly is. First of all, if you want to create a class, you have to buy books going towards that class. So if you wanted to be an elf warrior, they literally had each book like detailed. All this writing, all this information, into making this game. You had various die, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12 sided, 20, 3, like just like there was one die that was like a fucking pyramid, right? And I was like, and these games will last forever. But what they did, I felt like, was like it enabled imagination. Because, like, you would play, whoever you were in real life is gone. Like, you're that person's name now. Let's say you were fucking Agrion the Giant. And now you're like, hi, I am Agrion the... And, you had to really act. And anybody went off course, they'd be like, come on, man, we trying to play a game. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're the fucked up one. But, motherfuckers would play this game for days. You had a DM master, which was this guy who created the whole world or whatever journey you guys were entering with various, situations going on. But nowadays they have, tables that are like, interactive. So it looks like this thing, it's just insane. But shout out to D&D, shout out to kids. We back. But yeah, man. Dungeons and Dragons. That was a fucking game. And like, remember, like, only a certain crew played that. Like, not that many people play that game. You know what I mean? But when I saw my cousin playing that shit and they played all night to the morning, and when you're a little kid, breaking night was fun. You know what I mean? You're like, yeah, I want to break night. What the fuck's going on? But my first time playing the game was different because you have to play the character. If you're an elf, you're a fucking sorceress, whoever, warlock, whatever. Shout out to Stranger Things. Sad that they ended. That show was nostalgia on a million. Ghostbusters, all the little things. Shorty was actually rocking the outfit in the Goonies that the brother wore, that when he got tied up in the seat, when they snuck out and shit. Yeah, man. I know my Goonies was one of my favorite movies. Let me tell y'all. I always wanted to find a cave, and I always was like, what's over there? What's underneath this rock? They gotta be gold, you know what I mean? But yeah, like I said, I love being old right now. Like, I love it. I like the fact that I'm closer to the finish line than a lot of y'all. Y'all gotta deal with this weird world we're in. But at least I have memories of great times, you know what I mean? And you know what's scary? What they do? They try to pretend like you make up your own memories. That's what a Mandela effect is, right? They try to make you feel like certain things didn't happen. And we like, no, it did. This is how it happened. We have memories, you know what I'm saying? Stop trying to trick us, you fuckers. But yeah, man. Mandela effect. What a strange concept. you know. And it's funny because there's not that much record of, there are, but there isn't. So it's like you can't really, so that's how they try to Mandela us, you know what I mean? Make us think that certain things didn't happen. Let me tell you a perfect example. So there was this woman, right? She had Fruit of the Loom panties, and she was like, yo, remember when they used to have the fruits in the back? And everybody was like, no, there was never, they, and even Fruit of the Loom, they showed them like, no, this is, she went into the attic, dad's attic, found a pair of panties, went, psh, and it had that, whatever she said, you know what I'm saying, with the grapes. I think she was like, the grapes were there. But like, yo, they trying to say things ain't happened the way they happened, Captain. We know what the fuck it was. Stop lying. We know what it was. It was fun times and amazing, you know what I mean? Yo, we had Total Recall, The Running Man. You want to know why The Running Man is doing so good? Because there was a real movie called The Running Man with Arnold Schwarzenegger that did amazing. Total Recall, Predator, Commando. Yo, Arnold and Sylvester in the 80s, 90s was nasty. Rambo, all them joints, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, there's a bunch of little Mandela, like, weird things like that. Like, people trying to pretend like certain things didn't happen and shit. With the Bernstein or Bernstein, whatever. That's what started it all. Actually, Mandela. People thought he was dead, but he was really in jail, which everybody really thought. Like, I thought he died too. But yeah, man. Some wild times we living in. You know what I'm saying? And I dig it. I like it. You know what I mean? We 2026. Just saying that is just wild. Like, I like the 1900, like, I like them times. Once I saw Fox change it to like Fox, that whatever, like, I was like, oh no. You know, rest in peace, my godmother. Yeah, that's what they trying to do. Like, we know what we saw. We know what we lived through. We know. Stop trying to act like, you know, the prices is okay. No, we remember that your $5 bill could do a compra. $10. You could walk out with Italian bread, meat, spaghetti sauce, and spaghetti, and have your meal for the night. Now, $20, $50, you ain't doing shit no more with money. And then let's not talk about fast food places now. I remember a Happy Meal was like $3. And the toy was better. And you could turn your box into like a thing. Like, you could turn, the box used to be a thing. Like, you know what I mean? It wasn't just a box. It was like, yo, you could turn it into a ramp or some shit. Like, it was, yo, they put effort in, you know, and making sure that we, you know, we had resources or things to do. You know what I mean? Like the YMCA. I remember parents, you could drop your kid off during the summertime and the YMCA would literally take us to museums, take us, I mean, I think you had to pay a little bit, but it's not like these summer camps now. Like, they acting like you sending your kids to Dubai and shit. Like, relax. But the prices are scary, y'all. And don't let your car fucking get a little ding dong, bada bing bong. You know what I'm saying? You ever bought your car and be like, oh, yep, yo, I got a little dent. What's that, 300, 400? It's going to be 2,800. And labor is going to be another 6,000. Sorry. You're like, what the fuck? The food is all pesticides and, yo, why does everybody have stomach issues now? Why is because the food ain't good. Everybody has heartburn. I remember back in the days, my dad used to have Alka-Seltzer. It was these two little things, bloop, bloop, you put it and and you drank it, and it supposedly helped with heartburn or the gas issues, right? But that's because he was eating, you know, wow. Now, whatever you eat, don't eat candy now. That shit is definitely fucking up my stomach. Like, sugar, like, I don't know. And I also don't understand how my abuelita, my grandma, lived to 90, 80 something, and she didn't have so many, like, don't do this sugar, don't do this, don't do that, don't eat the, like, there was all these rules now. Like, back then, you just ate, and people lived. Mind you, people were smoking and drinking and doing coke and lived to fucking 80. Like, the average was like 8. Now people are dying at 50, 60. I told people in my last video, look at all these gym videos where you see a female, like, and then she literally dies right there. That's why I say there's something weird with exercising every day. Like, I don't believe that. I don't believe you're supposed to be exerting your body every day. You know what I'm saying? But it's just wild, and the food isn't even that good anymore. It ain't. Like, the prices are crazy. The food, yo, how many times you tasted something and it don't taste the same, right? That's what exactly what you saying. Like, you're like, wait, this honey bun used to be honey bunish. Yo, this deso used to taste like everything, even chicken. It looks, it's not chickeny, like, yo, watery. It's like, what the fuck is going on? You know, even ground meat is not, it don't grind, like, it don't hold together like it used to, like, for, like, it's just, yo, I am like, that's why I tell people, you eat breakfast and then dinner, and then in between try to fill with snacks or little porqueria just to, you know, energy wise, but only do 2 meals, man, because whatever's in this food is not trying to make us live past 40. You know what I'm saying? They really trying to make niggas exit the game early. Yeah. Like, how the hell? And they wasn't, yo, half of them were heavy smokers. Half of them was doing, yo, on guard. There's a lady in Italy. First of all, Italy is supposed to be like this great place for elderly to live, right? Past, you know, 90. They drink wine. This lady smokes cigarettes every day, right? She goes, yo, one of her funny jokes is, I had 3 doctors tell me to stop smoking. They're all dead. 3 doctors was like, yo, stop smoking. And then you find out that some scientists that put the effort to put, resources behind cigarettes and see what's, they find out that, cigarettes do help your blood flow a little bit, open up like certain brainium joints. Like, it's weird what cigarettes do. I'm not saying, anything in moderation, y'all. You can't do, eating 1,000 cookies will make you sick. You understand me? Drink. Yo, what about the people that used to do remember the water challenge? Yo, my man drank so much water, it was like he imitated drowning in the ocean. Like, whatever. Just too much of something is just bad. But yeah, man, our grandparents, uncles, everybody lived like, yo, when you hear somebody was 50, you were like, they had another 40 years, 50 years. Like, now somebody 50, you're like, yo, how's your body? You know what I'm saying? Because, and when I see celebrities dying early, that's when I know, because niggas have money to do all the extra, the underlying, and the doctor that comes over and gives them that special sauce that they don't give us. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas is dying early. Like, what the fuck is really going on? That's why I don't fuck with drugs. Even the marijuana I gotta slow down on and get rid of this. That's it. Cause I always hated drinking. Anything that turned, like, I called it the Jekyll and Hyde, because like, I was like, yo, it's crazy nowadays. It really is. It's just like every time you turn is a bill. Every time you turn is somebody trying to milk you for your pockets. Like, what the fuck is going on? How greedy can y'all be? Y'all been making money since the 80s. How much more money you want? Like, it's crazy. And then you figure out half of these companies are umbrellaed under the same fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, BlackRock owns a lot of shit. And then when you break it down even more, how Russia, China, the Arabic, they own a lot of America. You know what I'm saying? Because, money rules everything, Everything around me creamed at the money. Dollar bill, yo. Shout out to Wu-Tang, one of the illest groups when I first heard that Wu-Tang album. And then I bought the purple tape, Raekwon. It was literally purple. That's why they call it the purple tape. That shit was crazy. Remember, albums from back then used to, from beginning to end, used to have skits. You used to open the booklet. It used to be like it used to be a thing, man. But now you just click a song and next song. Like, it's weird, man. Very strange how you guys consume music. It's very strange. I swear to God, it is. Y'all let a nigga named Little Pump make millions off of Gucci, Gucci, Gucci. What the fuck? We had MJ, Prince, and remember back then, artists used to play musical notes. Like, Prince played instruments. He wasn't just like whatever the image you guys wanted of him, but You know, Prince was a motherfucking, like, a cool ass artist, man. Shout out to Prince, man, because Percocets took, I don't like that. I don't like how, and I always said chemistry, they figured out how to make a pill, the illest pill, and you know what I'm saying? I don't like that. I really don't like that. Hold on, Majesty, I got you right now. Hold on. That's what's up. Yo, thank you for rocking with the kid. Here's a heart for you. I appreciate your time, your support. Thank you for subscribing to me. I'm going to subscribe to you. Have fun on the Harleys. Wear your helmet. Be careful. Look left, right, straight, back. You know what I mean? But have a safe one. Enjoy that in the head. You know, let that wind flow. And yeah, man, enjoy your ride. Have a good one. Shout out to your bros. And be safe, Majesty. Have a great one. Peace. Randoms, $8, $8. We outside, ladies and gentlemen. Much love to you. Yeah, it was a good one. It was a good one. We chatted. We felt the nostalgia. We felt the vibes. Everybody was cool, chill. You know what I mean? No distractions. And that's the way I like my streams. So thank you for rocking with the kids. Shout out to my wife. I love you, baby. And yeah, we doing what the fuck we got to do every day. Got to keep, you know, thriving for greatness and put in that extra, you know what I'm saying, effort to make sure that, you know, hopefully I'm monetized and my shit blow up. But thank you for everybody rocking with the kid. You know, random, $8, $8. We out of here. Peace.